It's your boy Noto, coming to you with another video, coming to you with another podcast, man. And in today's podcast, we're going to discuss being a handsome select man, dealing with wives and girlfriends, man. My experience. If you're new here or you already been here, go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and comment, go ahead and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go and dive into this topic, guys. Let's dive into this topic. Now, this is something I don't really want to delve in like that because this could be very dangerous. This can be all kinds of things. But at the same time, I'm just going to go ahead on and tell you my experience, my little story I had going on with this. I actually got about like 2 for y'all boys. So y'all going to sit tight and sit back and go and enjoy the story, man. So anyway, I was at this particular institution and I ended up meeting this girl doing this certain program I was doing, right? So I was doing this little program. Ended up meeting her. She was basically a very, very, very nice looking cougar, man. A very nice looking cougar. So the whole thing about it was she ended up like just kind of just being around, but nobody really thought much of it. I'm just chilling. I'm just there because I'm participating in this particular program at this particular institution and just doing my thing, right? So I wasn't really thinking much of it. But as time went on, we ended up going out to a party, right? And her friend ended up introducing us and we ended up kind of hitting it off a little bit. So I was like, okay, I really mind. I mean, she was a little older than me because, I was younger at this point in time. I was much younger at this point in time. She was always like eyeing me down most of the time, but I didn't really want to do that because I kind of looked at her like a lady in the staff a little bit, So she seemed that way because she was most definitely older. So anyway, looking at it from that standpoint, I'm thinking like, okay, I don't want to really delve into that. I didn't think that was, a possibility. So she ended up dealing with me. We ended up hitting it off, just talking. It all just started off a little talking phase. This is me not knowing anything. You know what I'm saying? This is not me not knowing anything, right? So the thing is, we end up just chilling, going from time to time. She'll always end up coming to pick me up and stuff like that in a vehicle. And then she'll end up like giving me stuff like, see, this kind of almost turned into like a somewhat of a sugar mama situation, almost like in a thing. Yeah, I just couldn't really. I don't know. It seems like these situations always end up happening to me. You know what I'm saying? I always feel like I'm always pushed into these types of situations where I don't even do nothing. They just end up offering me stuff, and that just goes from there. You know what I'm saying? But she always noticed that the dancers and all that stuff was choosing on me a lot too. So she was like, "Oh, I be seeing the dancers and stuff like, yeah, you think you slick, don't you?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I just playing it off." But little do y'all know that little smart remark right there. Remember that little smart remark because I'm gonna come back to that. But anyway, yeah, so she will be most likely just chilling, just relaxing. She'll come from time to time. Now, this was stuff started to pick up. Well, she started spending money on me. She started bringing me lunch, getting meals for me and stuff like that when I would come from this particular institution's program's practice. So what would happen was, from time to time, she'll come by. We'll be actually in the parking lot of the dorm rooms of the institution, and she'll be giving me top out there while everybody's out there playing cards and stuff. Yeah, it went from that. So I'm like, okay, this shit kind of cool because I'm getting to know, but I don't know much about it. So lo and behold, we have a time where we about to go to a particular church this Sunday, right? So we end up going to a church. I ain't really thinking nothing of it, right? I ain't really thinking much of it. So I end up just chilling. I'm going with my boys, because I got like something what we call crab brothers. So we ended up going there, and I'm like, chilling. Okay, I'm relaxing. All of a sudden, I see the preacher up there, right? But then I see her sitting in the chair next to the preacher. So I'm looking like, okay, what the fuck going on? Because I'm sitting there looking like, okay, I knew she was involved in the church, maybe, but I didn't know she was like, maybe, I'm thinking she probably up there to speak or something, because sometimes when they come up there, they'll have a special guest to come and speak. So that's what they'll do. So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, she just trying to speak or whatever. But when he actually got up and told me something, and this is introducing my beautiful wife, I was like, what? Oh, when I tell you my whole world just changed, bro. My whole world, I'm like, what the fuck? What? And any but one person knew. It was on my dog. He was the only one that knew. And then I was like, bro, what the fuck? Because I kept stuff on the rap, but I was like, damn. So she doing this and she the first lady of a church? Yeah. First lady of a church, boy. I couldn't really believe myself. I couldn't believe it. So the thing was, she came, guys, and she chose on me. See, this is what happens when a woman finds you handsome select. She was looking good, y'all. She was a very, very good looking cougar. Trust me. Very, very good looking cougar. But the thing is, you wouldn't expect that she actually was a first lady of a church. The way she was out here partying and drinking. I'm like, she doing everything you would not expect. Bro, that will change your whole world. You would not think that this lady was involved in the church. I'm serious. Serious as serious can be. This is ridiculous. Like, I was like, oh my goodness. And I sit there and look, and I end up catching eyes with her while I'm in the sermon. I'm like, I'm trying not to look up. I'm trying to pay attention to the pastor, and I'm looking over there, and everything they sitting there looking like everything go happy, go lucky. But I'm like, damn, so she ain't even want to brief me on the situation. So afterwards, after we come back, right, she chilling, she starts smiling, we end up going up to greet the pastor. And she's standing right there. You know how they usually stand together and stuff like that. I was like, hey, how you doing, sir? And she was like, how you doing, ma'am? And I just walked my ass off. But she gave me that little look like, what the fuck? You didn't even know if I was, but I guess she already kind of like evaluated and assessed that I wouldn't be a type of dude that would do that. But these are the type of situations you would probably end up being in. Trust and believe me. Because she came out of nowhere. She could have picked any dude. And this lady like had a whole bunch of shit. So you know what? That could have kind of rang some bells for me. Because, but at the end of the day, like back in that time, we wasn't looking at women as high earners like that. We'll know that they can make money. But the type of shit she had and the type of shit she was doing for me, she definitely had some paper. She the type of woman to go out and just go get a car just because she bored. Yeah, she that type of lady. I'm like, you bored? Oh, you're just gonna buy a car. Yeah. I was basically getting a weekly allowance. But guys, this shit gets even more juicier. A weekly allowance, bro. But anyway, this time, after everything, I found out everything. So I was like, damn. So I like, she was asking me, am I shocked? I was like, hell, fuck yeah. How the hell am I supposed to know? I was like, I didn't know that. But I held my composure. And she was like, I know you saw me looking at you in the service. I was like, yeah, I was looking away. I ain't want to do anything. I said, you playing with fire. And she's going to start laughing and giggling and shit. So I'm like, shit. I'm sitting there like, man, what the hell I'm supposed to be doing at this? Bro, you don't understand. But the thing is, this is the worst thing that happened to me. This is the thing that I actually feel like I probably will never, ever be forgiven for in life. I feel like this right here probably going to end up taking me down below to hell. I ain't feeling like this probably this act right here that happened next, this is worse. So, we end up pulling up to the playground, right? We end up pulling up to this playground. We chilling like the usual. Not usual. We chilling. And I guess I don't know what the fuck, but she smokes. Yeah, she definitely smokes weed. So she was smoking her blunt or whatever. Chilling, had the window down, whatever. I'm like, bro, y'all doing this shit like normal. But at the same time, I couldn't really be surprised being a church baby and seeing how people act different outside the church. And then when they come back to church, but this shit was just a little bit different for me. You got a title in this bitch. And you just out here doing what the fuck you want to do. Like, for real. Like, I don't know, man. But as a first lady, this wasn't a good ambassador. But for some reason, I guess she know what areas to do that in and what areas. Because she had different areas where she was acting this way and looking this way. And different areas where she was doing different things. So, I don't know. She was incognito. When I think about it now, she was more incognito with the shit. But I guess she just know where her people will be at and where her zone's at. So, I'll put it like that. Because at the end of the day, I don't think she just be out like that. And she got a title like that in the church. You know what I'm saying? Because if you fucking up in the church, I know I'm going off a setup, but this is how it is in the church. If you messing up and you in a position of have a certain position in the church, and you're upholding that, because you're in the you're serving, you know what I'm saying? You're in a holy place, and you're serving a purpose there, right? Like, say, for instance, you're an usher, or you lead the choir, or you're a choir director, whatever. And you end up getting caught doing worldly things, or you end up having a child out of wedlock, or something like that. You usually have to stand in front of the church, and you have to be like, okay, I'm sorry, I did it, admit to your sin, and you have to step down from your position. That's usually what will have to happen. And stuff like this, she just going out all haywire, like there's no consequences to this. So I don't know if that was a thing in the church, but I believe it is because of how the sermon was, and it definitely looked like that. But I'm guessing, it was a pretty good, sizable church. But anyway, let's get back to the part. I just had to drop that on y'all just to know how crazy this actually is. But anyway, we got back to the playground, right? She's smoking the blunt, right? Yeah, smoking the blunt, and yeah, smoking a blunt, just going out the window. She got the window down, yeah, because I ain't really like that shit. So I was smoking, but I ain't really like to smoke like that. So we were chilling, right? So she had them leaned over, trying to give me a kiss or whatever and all that. I was like, yeah, I kind of want to feel that shit. But she just ended up going down on me, right? So she ended up going down. I ended up starting to get me top. So I'm like, okay, it's just like a normal thing. But guess what? She get a phone call. So she get a phone call, right? So I'm like, okay, who this is? She was like, this my husband. Oh, be quiet. Whatever, right? She started talking to him. But this is where the shit went worse. She kept giving me talk while she was talking to him. That's what I was like, oh my. But the whole time she doing this shit, I'm like, oh my freaking God. Bro, I'm like, bro, the whole time in my head, I'm thinking like, bro, we going to hell. I don't know where we going straight to hell, but I need to go and get baptized right damn now. Right now. I'm like, oh, I can't believe she's talking to the preacher, giving me a blowjob. Straight up. I'm like, oh my goodness, bro. Like this went wholly ridiculous. I was like, hold up, all the bells spinning in my head. I'm trying to focus on getting the head, but at the same time, I'm hearing them talking about the ministry. And then at the same time, he about to start, you know how the pastors and preachers are. Usually when you get off the phone, he getting off the phone with his wife, but he wanted to say a prayer, and she's still trying to sum me up. I'm like, hold on. I kind of pushed off when she started doing that. And I was like, come on now. This man about to pray. This man is about to pray, and she's still sucking me up. Why do you see talking to him? Like in the middle of it, she'll talk to him, go back down. I'm like, bro, this shit was blowing my mind. This shit was blowing. You gotta understand, like you be like, oh man, no, that's some crazy shit, man. I'm in a joke, bro. The frame of mind I was in, and how I was actually trying to be right spiritually and all that. You know, I wasn't feeling that shit. You know, anybody would probably like feel good. Okay, I'm getting up because I'm hitting the nigga wife or whatever, but that just wasn't going through my head at that point in time. I'm sitting there just thinking like, bro, I'm already committing adultery as it is, but this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? The only next level of disrespect it would be just to do it in their bed. You know what I'm saying? Do it in their bed or whatever. But that is just crazy, bro. Like I told you, that was one of the experiences. But it's not even the tip of the iceberg with her. See, this is the thing right here, guys. When you handsome select right, like I'm saying, the things will be different because they'll delve in. A lot of women like to try to control handsome select men, especially the wives. The wives, they like to do it. And it's the crazy thing is, I didn't know the game like that. See, the thing is, she already had to made her investment by giving me things, buying me things. She'll give me, like I told you before, she was giving me weekly allowances, and she was doing other stuff too. Like one weekend, she gave me $1,000 just for the weekend, just to have fun, turn up, whatever. She didn't give a damn. She bought me a phone, and this right here is what was crazy. But she bought me a phone, right? So let me tell you this. Remember that smart remark I told y'all about earlier when she was like, "Oh yeah, you talking all the dances and stuff, right?" Right. So after this going on, right, I'm sitting there like, it's a place where a lot of stones and stuff at the college, right? It's a lot of stones and plots. Well, the Greek organizations, they have plots, something called plots, and the whole place is called the yard, right? But there's like a walkway from in between that goes into a big library out, and it leads out to the street. So I was on that path, sidewalk, right? Ended up seeing one of the dancers, and she wanted to ask me something about the class, right? So okay, I'm cool, right? So out of nowhere, I get a phone call. After I talked to the girl, I get a phone call, and I'm looking at her. She was like, I seen you talking to that bitch. I was like, what? What the fuck was you talking about? I'm watching you. So I'm like, hold on, what the fuck going on? I look around, right? I look up, I swear to God, on some like creepy ass, The Orphan type shit. I look up, man, this bitch looking at me from the motherfucking top. I'm talking, she got the little blind set to the side, looking at me from the window of the library. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? And then when she see me catch her gaze, she closed the motherfucking curtain. I was like, oh, well, hell no, that's some crazy shit right there. I was like, oh, hell no, bro. This when I knew I was in the motherfucking trap. I was like, what? So she started being real possessive. That's the thing. Well, see, I didn't have control of this stuff, like, you know, because she felt like in the position that she was in, she could have control over me. And that's what they would do to handsome select men that don't really know better at that point in time. You thinking it's sweet because you're getting all these amenities, but you got to understand, something come with that. Something come with that, especially when it comes to wives, but at the same time, they don't want you dealing with no females. They don't want you dealing with other women. Even though they're in a situation where they gotta go lay with their own husband, right? Yeah, they're in a situation where they gotta go lay with their own husband, but they don't want you dealing with no females. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck you mean? You go lay out with this nigga every night, but I gotta be out here, but you not finna leave him for me. But I can't talk to another bitch, and I just gotta be okay with you going to lay with this nigga. No, they don't be trying to hear that shit. Oh no, they don't be trying to hear that shit. No. But me, I stayed in the shit simply because, hey, fuck, the sex was good, the talk was good. Even though that little shaky little situation there, I didn't take away from. I didn't want to take away from that. I was still getting amenities. I was still getting my allowance. I was still getting everything. She was still bringing me food, all that. Like, it seemed like a lot of these situations. I'd had more than 10 situations to where females was doing stuff like this for me. But this was the first time I dealt with an actual wife, an actual first lady, to a good sizable church. So I'm like, bro, this whole thing just changed. So it's like my whole demeanor. So she ended up coming up with this program, right? So we had to do something like this for the kids. She was about to make me one of the CEOs of the program. Had my name embroidered in the damn shirt and everything. I'm talking about she about to just crown a nigga the CEO of this shit. I'm like, bro, I ain't got no motherfucking training. The hell, like, I guess that was another way to keep me closer. Because at the practice, it wasn't at the practice, it was around the end of the season, right? So we wouldn't really have much to do. So I felt like that was her way of trying to keep tabs on me and keep me close so I could be doing something busy where she could keep her eye on me. You know what I mean? So like we can go home and we do what we want to do when the season over, but she always keep me busy because the kids ain't gonna be in school. They have like a summer programs, and stuff like that. And she wanted me to be in that vicinity. And so she was really kind of pushing for that. Saying, okay, I'll pay you and everything. I'm like, shit, the fuck you mean? I'm already getting paid. But bro, I'm telling you, bro, this shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro, this is shit that I've been through being this handsome select. And that's how I know she just chose me out of nowhere. Definitely chose me. She chose me because she felt like I was sexy as fuck. It just is what it is. She said, from the moment I saw you. And I ain't finna lie to you, guys. This shit was hard to let go. Shit was hard to let go. And the other shit with that is that I ended up getting a girlfriend, like, after that. And she was still, like, saying, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about her. I'm still gonna fuck with you. I'm still gonna do whatever I wanna do. She still tried to come and force me to get money from her. Like, bro, like, you gonna try to force 100 in my hand, 200 in my hand? Oh, bro, she was that tight, bro. Like, I don't know why I had her head going all kind of round places, different places and shit, bro. And I always end up in these damn situations. I always end up in these types of situations. Always. That's what I'm talking about. Being a dude that ain't have shit. I always have a girl with car, house, all that, husband, boyfriend, all that. All that, bro. All that. And that shit just always end up happening for me, bro. Always end up happening for me. I was gonna tell the other story, but I already made this shit long enough about her. So I just want to deal with that. Because the thing is, being an handsome select man, bro, you're gonna be dealing with shit. And girls, like, especially like the fact that they already choose on you in front of their husbands and boyfriends, think about what they gonna do when they ain't with them. That's when the magic happens, when they aren't with them. Let them step to the side and the boyfriend walk off for a minute. And I had a girl slip me her number. Oh yeah, hell yeah, man, bro. This shit crazy. This shit changed my whole outlook on how women act. For sure, that right there opened my eyes to every motherfucking thing, everything right there. Like if it wasn't nothing else, but I did not know how crazy that shit was. And then she just go back with a regular schedule as if nothing happened. As if nothing happened. She doing all this crazy ass shit to me and is going sitting in front of that congregation like everything is all right. That's the kind of crazy shit I was going through, bro. So being this handsome select man, you gotta be able to choose and be able to be. See, the thing is, when they find you sexy and attractive, and you putting it down in bed, you doing it for them. You just doing it for them. You know what I mean? They end up getting to know you, and they start getting hooked on you. They start getting obsessed by spending all the time with you. Then they want to start doing stuff for you. And the thing is, they hardly want you to do stuff for them. But you know why they don't want you to do stuff for them? It's because they always want to have the upper hand. And I didn't notice that, bro. I didn't notice that. I was too busy getting head in. I was getting head and pussy on demand. Damn no. Head, pussy, and money on demand. Food, all that. She would feed me. I'm talking about she was taking care of me now. Like I said, it was a damn near sugar mama situation. Damn near sugar mama situation. But she was married. And I didn't know. She never wore a ring. Hell no. I ain't fucking know that. I didn't know she was married. It was ridiculous. And then she had the nerve to actually, I didn't even tell y'all about this. She had the nerve to actually pull up on her husband in front of the program she was about to start, right? I'm in the passenger seat. And he just kind of just sitting there mugging. She's trying to like introduce me to them. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to meet this nigga. I'm not trying to meet him, man. Bro, she playing with fire, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. She was the type that was just kind of bold with the shit. Like, she felt like she had everything on the rap. None of this shit can go wrong. None of that. So, bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's Hamster Select, bro. You gonna have to watch out for that. You're gonna have to watch out for that. They gonna come bearing gifts. Beware of gifts from the Greeks. Hey, if y'all don't know about that, go and watch Troy. Beware of gifts from the Greeks. In this case, the Greeks gonna be beautiful women that are trying to do stuff for you, bro. They gonna choose on you. They gonna have baggage like a husband, baby daddy, boyfriends. Cause you know baby daddy is almost just like a boyfriend in a way. If you ever dealt with them and they still dealing with them, just because they ain't with them don't mean you still have to deal with something like boyfriend stuff. Yeah. Because some of the baby daddies feel like they still with the girl. And that's another thing. When you're dealing with wives and girlfriends and they break up for their significant other, don't fall for that, guys. Don't fall for that old man. He ain't gonna do that. You don't know what the fuck he gonna do. You don't know what he gonna do. Don't ever take their word for it, because the only thing is they always look at things from their side. They don't look at things from your side, what you got to deal with. No, they don't look at that. They look at what they did from their side. They feel like, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing to me. Oh, I got him on the raps. No, the fuck you don't. That's how a lot of these murders and stuff happen. That's how a lot of this extra domestic violence shit happen. Now thinking they got everything under control. Hell no, I'm not putting my hands I'm not putting my life in the hands of a bitch. Fuck that. The hell wrong with you? Never. And I know this video going a little lengthy, but it is what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all stories, and I like to know a lot of y'all like to listen to my stories. If y'all like hearing stories like this, 'cause I got a whole bunch of stories, bro. Whole bunch of stories. If y'all want to hear more stories about my experiences and whatever thing, whether it's playing in the party game, in Hamster Select, being in the children's center, whatever. I got so many jump stories. I could damn near make one for every day of this year. I got that many experiences, dog. I really so many experiences. Some crazy ass shit, as you heard in these stories. But anyway, it's your boy Noto. Coming to you with another video, coming to you with another podcast, man. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go ahead and subscribe, click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go ahead on in. Remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves if they're willing to work at it. I'm out.